It's time. All right. Hello. Good afternoon, everybody. Way to be first, Hap. It's good to see you, brother. It's good to see you. I don't know how long I'm gonna be able to last today. I'm sick, and but I took yesterday off, so I wanted to get something in today. So if we make an hour and a half, General Kenobi. If we make an hour and a half, I'll be happy. My wife actually woke me up so I could do this because that's what I asked her to do. But yeah, start of the school year in the United States means start of your child bringing home every germ you've not been exposed to for several months. So this is our reality for the next little while till everybody's immunity gets built back up. Yeah. Schools, especially elementary schools, they're just germ factories. The sickest I've ever been was when when we started sending Sammy to daycare. Like about the time he was like 1.5 or 2 going to daycare, the diseases he would bring home with him because parents are just like, oh, my kid's sick, but I don't care. I got to go to work. Here's my sick child. The diseases he brought home, like, ugh. There was a day when my wife and I were both down with the same thing that he blessed us with from daycare, and he was homesick with us too. He was asleep in his room and he started crying. Like, he woke up, diaper change, whatever. And we like rock, paper, scissored to see who the hell would get up to go and help him out. So yeah, man, like, yeah, school just, ugh. Yeah, my hometown is like that. It's a very small town, like, but there's a pretty large college attached to the town. Is a land grant university, and so like in the summer, town's like deserted, man. It's like a ghost town, and then school starts up again, and it just becomes absolute, complete and utter chaos. All right, so as you can see, we need 24 more discs to wrap this bad boy up, which means we need 6 more battles here with Geospy living. And we need, what one did we decide to do? I think we're doing this one. So for those of you keeping count, so we're maxing out this one. We're skipping 4 here. We're going to end up skipping another 11 here. We're skipping 8 here, and we're skipping 6 here, but getting all the globals, and that's red creating us. Um, I've noticed myself lately that if you mean by the raid shop, you mean like the guild activity. This place is very inconsistent. You always find this stuff here, but like I need these in a big bad way. I always need these, and they're either here or they're not. And yeah, this is probably the thing that vexes me the most when it comes to relicing characters. This one right here. It is on a fleet node that I can farm, and I guess maybe I need to remember that. But the Mark One, Not the Mark One Bond. I think I know what you're talking about, though. Yeah. These used to be a pain in the ass too, but now I always seem to be sitting on a mountain of them. Uh oh. I kind of want to buy these just to get that number gone. Exactly, Bodie. Exactly. You need the eyeballs. You need the eyeballs. Yeah. Maybe they're over here. These. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I always feel like we finished TB yesterday and the raid yesterday, so like I feel pretty flush with stuff right now, but it's gonna be gone in like 2 days, and then I'm gonna be struggling to find gear. That's the way it always goes. Oh, that's a good deal. Always buy those. Those are that's a 10 credit scrap in the for the bronzium wiring. So if you ever see this laying around, snag it. It builds up quick. And then this, of course, always make sure to grab that. I just so the new raid system doesn't bother me that much. Except when we went to this new raid system where they took rewards completely out of it and are just giving currency. It's harder to gear characters now. I know it benefits probably more people in the game than it hurts, but I was sitting on mountains of gear under the old raid system, and now I'm not. I wish they would still have a crate, and not just a currency crate. Give us that too. That's fine, but give us an item drop crate. Where we get something. Where we get some kairos, we get some salvage pieces, so we can do our things. Instead of just making us buy it. But it's probably better for them. I know the thing I would always get from Heroic Sith Triumvirate that I wished I would like never. I used to get armbands like crazy, and you know how many characters take armbands? It's not that many. Um, I was sitting on like 7 of them. I started scrapping them for the other shit because I had so many. I was like, and was never using them. And now it's just I have nothing. I have nothing but the scraps that we're able to pick up. Yeah, and I had a mountain of arrows from Sea Pit that I'm like they're pretty much gone now, and the arrows I have I'm getting from other sources. Yeah, the arrows were a huge loss. They really were, and they did not replace them from other sources. I mean, you can still get them. You can buy quite a few with the raid currency, but then you also need to buy impulse detectors on top of it all. Like I try to not buy impulse detectors. I try to just scrap them or build them from scrap. But if you need one, they're right there. I'm working on shards right now for Java unlocks. I have Kursantin at 7 stars. Working on Aura Singh. The Outrider is going to be the hard part. I I should have been farming that a lot sooner. Hopefully, I can get lucky and they'll have some shard drops in the stores, so I can make up some ground with crystals. But and 7 star in Han Solo is going to take a minute too. I hate that this takes a freaking long. I mean, but it's 2 more feats and I'm done. 2 more feats and I am 100% red created, and I can just spend the rest of the time on Datacrons. But I think I'm in an okay spot for the first week of 3v3 Datacron wise. Yeah, so, but I mean, don't you miss the days when you would finish a raid and then the box would open up and you'd get a fully crafted relic piece? Like, those were always good days. Those were always good days, and now we just don't get that anymore. I think I got one at a territory battle a couple months ago, and I think I got it out of somewhere. Got it out of somewhere. But yeah, so I mean, but also farming for Java means I'm farming Ewok so I can farm 3PO and. Ugh. But I think Java's a great first galactic legend. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Well, unless you were, I mean, except on the raids that you could sim, then everybody was getting the same stuff. So, oh yeah, we would have to wait too. Like those of us that could solo the heroic Sith raid, we would just go through and we would get to our we'd get to the end and then we'd either do it on airplane mode. Well, we'd have to do it on airplane mode. And then when we got to the end, we could uh, we could kill it as long as we were on airplane mode, and then we had to wait to turn airplane mode off to submit, which is fine. But some of the times, if you remember back in the day, airplane mode on this game would sometimes make it freeze and it wouldn't reconnect, and then you lost your raid. Um, so I just got to the point where I was comfortable getting it done in one solid run and then just waiting on like the last kill blow on Treya. And then when they said we were free to submit, I'd kill Treya and call it a day. But yeah, it could be 45 minutes that I was sitting there done waiting for the rest of the guild to kill it the slow way. Because my favorite thing with JMK was I would do JMK, Cat, C3PO, GK, and I think Shock T was the other person I used, and it was just you would constantly be ramping Cat and getting cooldowns reset through 3PO, and so you always had somebody with damage immunity, and you could just ramp up her second special to just insane levels of damage. Yeah, that stuff with the C pit used to be really fucking dumb. I'm glad that's not an issue anymore, but yeah, there were just some things about it that I definitely missed. Not everything, of course, not everything. I do enjoy just, hey, you've got 3 days, go do your runs and submit them, or 2 days, go do your runs, submit them, and then call it good. That's fantastic. Yeah, like the worst thing we had to put up with back in those days was some idiot would just clear the raid because, or some guy would just clear the raid because they didn't want to wait. So they would just do their runs and get it over with and then submit the damage and then be like, I forgot to turn on airplane mode. I was like, yeah, that's what you forgot to do, you fucking dick. You forgot to think of a more creative excuse. Forgot to turn on airplane mode. This is the fourth time you forgot to turn on airplane mode. Ugh. I'm just, dude, at this point, I'm just so fucking out of it. I'm kind of just clicking buttons. And I got a lot of sleep too. And then when I tried to nap before doing this, it didn't work so well. But Yeah, I did my raid runs when we were on the last phase of TB, so I had to go through and get everything fixed and sorted again. And of course, we just added a new character, so I moved a bunch of mods around to mod out the new characters, and yeah. I need to take the rest of my Gungans to R7 though. That I need to do real bad. Um, it takes me a while, but I can get 3.6 with Quadme and Kenobi and all that. Damn, Hap, that's awesome. Um, yeah, I just I'm so hesitant to I'm hesitant to spend gear on things that aren't glat requirements. That's my big worry right now. Is we've got this Galactic Legentano, and we've got Balin coming down the pipe, and it's just like, do I just go ahead and spend it and get it over with, and then figure it out later? Which is maybe what I'm gonna do, because I can get I can get 3 consistent max score runs between the Gungans and, but they're at 1.2 right now, and then Quadme and the boys, and then like a really good Jedi team. I can get max scores pretty consistently with them. And then like with the Maul thing, um, I'm doing decent, but I'm not maxing it. And then I have like a leftover team that I get what I get. So bringing the Gungans up more relic levels is the easiest thing that I'm going to be able to do to get a higher score in the current raid, because we're now talking about jumping up. It's Acolyte, right? Yeah, it's Acolyte. Trying to jump up another crate. So, and I think I'm at the average that I need to be at for us to get that crate. Like everybody has to average a certain amount of points, obviously. But the more points I'm able to put up is less that other people have to put up. So I need to do that, because that's another easy 600k, taking them up to R7, or it should be at any rate. Okay. So looking like I'll probably red crate tomorrow. Yeah, they always put baby in a corner. So I was at a convention, Comic Con in August, and Jennifer Grey was there. That's the gal that played Baby in the original Dirty Dancing, and she was in Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Lots of movies back in the 80s. And I don't know if they did it on purpose or not, but her table was literally in the corner of the room, and I'm like, like, I'm like, oh god, I didn't care to go talk to her, but I'm just like, they put her in a corner. Did they do it on purpose? Was it a mistake? Is it just happy irony? Like, what's going on here? Stream is very quiet. Okay, hang on a second. Um, is that better? My throat's bothering me, so I'm not. I'm not trying to project my voice that much. Also, it looks like my internet might have had an issue. Okay. Yeah, my throat's bothering me, so I'm just trying not to. Ugh, it's just dragging me down. But interesting. I've never. I've never had anybody say anything other than you. Um, like I monitor my levels, and I very rarely go up into the red. Um, hmm. I'll have to keep an eye on that because I only have what I'm hearing in my headset, to gauge, and to me it sounds fine because I'm also hearing my voice without the headset. Um, weird, 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 weird. Hang on one second. All right, I'm back. It's only an issue when there's traffic. Okay, well, I mean, it's good to know. Um, I want everybody to be able to hear me without having to blow out their speakers or their eardrums or anything. So, um, I mean, my setup here is it's not perfect at all. It is. I'm in the best available space that I have right now. At some point, when we get rid of some old display cases and furniture that's in our spare room. I might just set up in there. Um, so and like my mic stand is in a weird spot relative to where I'd rather have it, but I'm kind of limited by the space I have, you know. Just doing the best I can with what I got. This is the worst part of Conquest to me, having to play these same battles over and over again. Of course, now that I have these guys from the get go, I'll be able to work on this feat as I'm going through the sector in the next couple ones. So it won't be quite so bad the next time around. Because my other Night Sisters fucking suck. I mean, there's no other word for it. They just fucking suck. Yeah, I wish they wouldn't fuck with the discs. Just make the list. Just make the list of discs that you want to have in Conquest and leave it alone. Sorry if you don't agree with the way that we use some of these discs sometimes, CG. Just fucking leave it alone. I just feel like they fuck with the discs when they want it to be more difficult. I'm actually a little shocked that other than the ones that come with the Battle Pass Plus, they're not selling them yet. That actually kind of shocks me a little bit. I would suspect the potency disc, like the 80% potency, is getting used quite a bit to land these blights and stuff like that. These guys have a shit ton. Every single character has a shit ton of tenacity in this game mode, like all of them. The only things you can really land with any consistency is stuff that can't be resisted. Because I'm pretty sure I have an 80% potency disc on. Yeah, but sometimes the game doesn't count attempts and sometimes the game doesn't count attempts correctly because there's like the attempt to do armor shred feat that we've seen a lot of times in Conquest. It's not currently in this one, but we've seen it a bunch. That one only counts when the armor shred actually is applied. Not just it's not just doing the move. The armor shred has to appear. Like so if you're using gas, for example, to get those, if he kills his target, it doesn't count. The armor shred has to hit. It's one of the more finicky ones, but yeah, some of them are like that. But yeah, the and then there's others where it's literally just doing the move that would cause it, whether it lands or not, is enough. Very inconsistent. Very inconsistent. Yeah, yeah. Except sources of armor. Oh shit! I doomed the wrong. Fuck it. Who cares? And I'm blessing the wrong. Fuck it. Fuck it. All of this is just going haywire. I mean, they don't have a tank, so it doesn't really matter. But Yeah, I think it could be. I think it should be more forgiving. That's all I'm saying. Like, you shouldn't have to take your Anakin down a bunch of stamina before you can start landing because he's getting the kills. You know, because they put those feats in low relic zones. You know, it's I just think, hey, if they're using the move that can apply armor shred, just have it fucking count. That's all I'm saying. Like, there's no need for there's no need for it to be the way it is. Well, allegedly in a data mine not that long ago, it appears there might be a tracker that's getting ready to be added. But whether it's for everything or whether if it's just for galactic challenges, we don't know. But the fact that there isn't a visible tracker on screen is kind of bush league, in my opinion. Um, Yeah, even if they set up a thing where you're allowed to track, like you manually select what you want to track and you can manually select say four things. Give us a menu in here that lets us go in and check it. You know, it doesn't even have to be on screen. It can be its own thing off separately, but yeah, don't have it hidden in the background where you know, we have to count. Yeah, it should there should definitely be more visibility on things like that. There definitely should be. Okay, so we need three more with that, and a couple more with that. Stamina's getting pretty low. Um, I'm gonna have to go deal with my fleet arena here in a few minutes. I mean, feats are more or less the driving force of the game. Like everything rewards wise, except in raids, is kind of tied to them. You know, well TB too, I guess, but um, 69. What? Oh no! What did Bane do? Or I guess what did he not do? I don't think it is either. I think Bane is. I think Bane still has a couple of bugs. Okay. Oh, Cad Bane. Yeah, yeah. 65% is yeah, obviously that's more than half. Oh no. Yeah, the only time I've ever seen him go crazy with it was in that Crate Dragon raid when it seemed like those chances might have been buffed a little bit. So we got a new Galactic Challenge today. It wasn't horrible at all. Um, you know, obviously just your highest level Phoenix, whatever. And then I did for the win without a leader. I did Malik lead or Malik in the leader slot with Bane, and it was fairly straightforward. So, um, not a horrible GC today. I got to remember to do this. Oh, nice. Yeah, I just did Malik and Bane. It worked. It worked really, really well. It worked really well. I was pretty happy with it. Bane is has been one of the few. He's one of the few units that even before I was gonna have him released, I was like, well, fucking going to he's going to R9 day one. He's one of the only ones I've ever been like day one R9. Let's do this. I could just tell. I just could tell he was going to be a nightmare. Good deal, buddy. Good deal. Yeah, he's. I mean, he's a Swiss Army character. You throw him at pretty much anything, and he's going to handle the problem. Which is, I mean, we need a few more characters like that. So yeah, I need to take my frogs to R7 the rest of the way. It's just I'm with all the crap going on. Like this stuff is just it's yeah, it's just kind of precious to part with right now. Of course, and I'm hoarding energy, so I could alleviate a lot of the problems by, I could go on a big farm for these and get a bunch of Kairos and other stuff. But the way I figured at the pace they've been setting lately, we're gonna have a marquee next week again, probably. I mean, if they gave us 2 weeks off, it would be killer. But we've got between Balin and Glatt, we've probably got four more marquees coming. Like I'm a little upset that I hate that we're working on both at the same time. They should have. I mean, they should have or could have or whatever. They should have put Balin earlier in the year and let us get that done, and then given us Glatt. Like the scheduling of doing both of these simultaneously is, I mean, it's rough. But yeah, Shin Hai T and Merrick are coming, and then I think, yeah, and so close after Jabba, and I mean, and a lot of people are still working towards Bo-Katan. There's a lot of that going on still too. And then I'm just assuming nothing's been confirmed because they're very slowly rolling these requirements out to us that we're going to have a new Sabine and we're going to get Master Hu Yang. That's my two guesses for her other two marquees. But I mean, I could 100% be wrong. Yep, this has been a very busy time. Um, Luckily, once we hit the Galactic Legend Tano release, we should have a pretty big stop down. I think it'll be a couple of months, like probably not till February before we start seeing new stuff again, other than Conquest units. Um, Whoever the next Conquest unit's going to be after Ezra, they'll announce right before Tano. I mean, we'll see. It might be a ship. It might be Dengar's ship. Although I think they said they were going to do a chase. I'm not sure. But yeah, dude, there's just been so much that they've tossed at us. It's pretty insane. It's pretty insane. Ugh. But I hit a milestone on the other account this afternoon before I started the stream up. I was just making sure I had raid tickets and everything done over there because I'm so and signed up for TW because I'm so under the weather. I didn't want to miss anything. But I finally got my first Omicron, and I put it on Wampa. So my Wampa is going into 3v3 in Carbonite 4, Relic 5 with an Omicron. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome. I should just put it on defense, to be honest. I should just slap that son of a bitch on defense and he'll hold the wall, probably, you know? Oh, that's right. You can't put single units on defense. Yeah, that's horrible. Yeah, yeah, that's trash. That was a weird dodge. Hold on a second. What the fuck is happening here? That felt really freaking weird. Weird. That felt that felt kind of buggy. Yeah, look at I'm steamrolling this guy now. Where the previous attempt like is a whole bunch of shit was happening that normally doesn't. And I know I spent crystals to get back in here right away. I don't care. To me, I don't. The crystals aren't the. Ugh. I'm glad GAC's back though, or almost back. It's very slow in this game when we don't have GAC and TB. I wish there was just one more activity that we could do. Just one more thing to keep us engaged. I don't know what that activity would be. A live arena could be cool. I see, like, I just unlocked the live arena in Raid Shadow Legends, and I see how they work, how that works, and that's pretty interesting. You pick 5 champions, the other guy picks 5 champions, and then each person can ban one champion from the other person's team. Um, it's a pretty interesting setup. And then there's no timer, but you have a timer for when you have to make your moves. So kind of similar. Marvel Strike Force does a similar thing, minus the banning thing. Marvel just out says you can't use blah 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 blah, like 8 or 10 characters in Live Arena, are just eliminated off the jump. So it's interesting. They could definitely do that here, and having a live arena with its own reward structure. Um, Something else to work for would be cool. No, you're right. The content is pretty heavily skewed PvP. Um, yeah, we do have, I guess technically 3 competitive. You Fleet Arena, Territory War, and GAC. It's 3 competitive PvP modes that are all important. Like, you don't have the option of not doing it. Squad Arena is the only PvP thing you have the option to skip. Um, yeah, just another game mode. Another game mode would be outstanding. Oh, actually, you know what? We have 4 PvP modes because Galactic War is technically a PvP mode. You're playing against other players' teams. I mean, more or less. Like, it's not like a hardcore thing, but you going for the mail, honey? Good. I can do the kitty litter. They might be. They might 100% be. Like, hang on. Oh, babe, I don't think he was barking because of the dog. I think he was barking because you abandoned him here in the house. Yeah, you might be right. You might be right. Although, I mean, it does say you battle other players' squads for rewards. I don't know. Sopper, every time you come in here and quote that movie, you just make me mad that it's not out on Disney Plus yet. Oh, yeah, no. I mean, and long before it'll come out on Disney Plus, they'll put it up for sale. And that's the thing. is I will buy it. I will buy it. It's got to be. I'm guessing within a month it'll be on video on demand for sale, and then probably December for Disney Plus. I'll buy it though. I'll 100% buy it. I don't mind supporting movies like that. They can double dip on stuff like that with me. But yeah, it needs to. It just needs to be out. I want to watch it again because I like deep diving on movies like that. I like getting in and looking for things that I missed because I know I missed things because especially you see it once in a crowded theater, like I did. I went to like a Thursday afternoon 2 p.m. showing like the day before it was supposed to open, and there were a couple hundred people in the theater. And so I know I didn't hear every line because of people laughing and cheering and whatever. I know I missed some stuff. So I can't wait to see it again. And then I hope they add in some of these deleted scenes. Like there apparently is a scene that shows that Gambit could have survived, and somebody was opening it looked like a portal or a TVA door opened up behind him. So maybe we will get Channing as Gambit going forward, which I'd be fine with. He's wanted to play that role. He loves that role. That's his Deadpool. The same way Ryan Reynolds relentlessly chased Deadpool, Channing has been playing Gambit. So, I mean, and who else are they going to get to play him? They don't really hand those roles out to too many unknowns. I mean, I can't imagine it's much different than watching a movie anywhere else. Uh, I mean, it happens, I guess. Sometimes it's not common. It's usually big event movies where you'll see stuff like that. Like I can count on one hand the number of times with like cheering and stuff like that has been prevalent in a movie. And Deadpool and Wolverine was one of them. Avengers Endgame was one of them. The Force Awakens was one of them. And then The Phantom Menace was the other. Those are the four that I clearly remember a lot of loud cheering and things like that going on. A lot of other tomfoolery isn't really appreciated. But also, I don't know. Do you guys have like the big theaters, the big movie theaters that can you'll cram five, six, seven, 800 people into one theater? Like we have some massive movie theaters here, absolutely massive. I usually, if the crowd has to be really, really loud for you to not hear everything. Um, and if it's in those situations, it's because the theater has got the audio turned down lower than it should have. I think they should default to louder, personally. Um, but they probably don't. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not going to pretend to know how theaters run, but yeah, it's not a typical problem. It really isn't. It's not. It's not very common. It does happen, for sure. It happens, but it's not very common. Oh, we have that too. Yeah, they do that for every movie over here as well. But yeah, it's just one of those things that sometimes it's going to come with the territory. Usually it's not a problem. Very rare occasion. Like I said, I'm in my mid 40s, and I can remember 4 times when I've heard super loud cheering in the theater. And I mean, there were. I'm not gonna say it wasn't justified. Like when Cap picks up Thor's hammer in Endgame, like that was pretty fucking big. 60 people. That's 60 people. So like the theater, we have a local theater here in town, but it's really old. They don't have a lot of like the big technology. So if I really want to see a movie on a nice screen, I have to go up to the next city up the interstate, and they have a screen in a theater. They call it the Big D, and it's an IMAX. It's more or less an IMAX, and that theater probably sits. There's probably 500 seats in that theater, and like they have smaller ones down the hallway. It's a big multiplex, L-shaped building and whatnot. Um, like the smallest of their theaters probably holds 120 people. It's one of those things. Like if you're gonna go to oh, my camera froze. If you're gonna go to one of those event movies, which is not most movies, it's just some movies. You kind of have to. You have to expect that something like that could happen. The cheering and whatnot. Might have been the best end credit scene that they've ever done in Marvel history. That like that's what Chris Evans was doing at the start of his acting career. Like he was that loudmouth jerky guy. That's what he was doing, and like to see him slip back into it was pretty fun. It was a good time. Ugh. Oh. But yeah, let's see. So how long do we have till TW sign up? We have 48 minutes. I wonder if I snagged enough Datacron stuff to really be able to do much anything else. Yeah, I can unlock this one to level 6, leave and come back, but I don't know. I feel okay with what I'm going in with for now. I do apologize, folks. I am. I don't think I'm going to last much more than a couple more minutes. Whatever present of germs Sam brought home from school is not treating me very well right now, and also I'm kind of out of shit to do. Kind of out of shit to do for today. There's we're kind of we're at the bottom of the slope before we start climbing back up into activity. Yeah, well, I took yesterday off and I wanted to do something today. Like I said, I went and laid down and fell asleep, and my wife came and woke me up because I asked her to, because I told her I wanted to stream. And she has to go to an appointment at 4, so I have to be up and awake and I have to be taking care of Sam, more or less the second he gets home from school. So I basically had a window from like 1 to 3 my time that I could get on and just hang and chit chat and do some stuff. So yeah, it'll hopefully I can show some territory war stuff tomorrow while we're in this build up to the GAC. That's my hope. I'm hoping I can do that. It's just all going to depend on who we get matched up against. And it's one of those interesting times where now we're going to be playing around with new counters because of Datacrons, and sometimes my guild leader cares and sometimes he doesn't. Yeah, Thursday morning, I'll do my Thursday morning GAC streams. I could do it Wednesday, but doing it in the morning seems to have worked out. I mean, I know I'm missing people that I could probably get otherwise. But every other time I've tried it, it seems like I get less people than I do when I do it in the morning. So I kind of feel like it works out. Plus, Sam gets home at 3. For me, the GAC ends at 5. So I don't have the biggest window to get it done anyways. Starts at midnight, ends at midnight. That's kind of cool. That gives you I mean, technically we all have the same 24-hour window, but that's fucking cool. Yeah, I never know, like, you know how people in far-flung time zones seem to manage it, but I'll get attacked I'll get attacked overnight as much as I will not. So I do enjoy waking up and seeing that they've done some stuff though. Like before I start, I kind of like knowing where I stand. There's a huge advantage to waiting, but yeah, the best you can do is you put down the best defense you can, you mount the best offense you can, and then you can't control the other person as much as you'd want to. You can't control what they're gonna do. I wish we could go back in and watch. I wish we could select the fights and be like, what's happening here, and like view them. I really wish they would implement something like that. But I think for this first round, I'm going to put Great Mothers on defense, and then the second round, I'm going to try them on offense. I'm not worried. I'm not super worried about them on offense. I am kind of worried about them on defense. Great Mother seems to kind of default to putting Doomed on the leader or if there's a pre-taunt tank. So I don't know how well her AI is programmed to pick the best target. And so I'm a little concerned, but also, I mean, I've been sitting at number 1 in Squad Arena for a while hang on. Speaking of Great Mothers, we'll go ahead and knock this out real fast. See, she'll just go for the leader, which is fine in this. It's not a big deal. I think it'll probably do okay on defense. I think it's going to be one of those situations where my opponent is going to have to throw something. is going to have to throw something good. If they underestimate it at all, I think it's going to shock them. But definitely need to see some defensive testing. And I haven't seen, like, I think Arnold's still on vacation. He might be back by now, but I haven't seen him do a defensive testing video yet where he's attacking it, looking for counters. I just know he tested it on offense, and I mean, more or less, it's killing a lot of shit right now. But not killing Malgus and Reba, which, again, kind of shocking to me. The Malgus one surprises me a lot. Malgus shocks me quite a bit. With the max health reduction, I would have sworn that that would have been a kryptonite to him, but apparently it's not. But I'm really bad about this. I almost forgot this completely yesterday. Like, I did this in the morning when I was doing my freaking Galactic Challenge. I was like, oh, shit. What'd you get into your nose, Ted? We got the sneezies for. My dog is standing on the couch, like inches from my face, staring at me. What's up, buddy? Do you need to go out? Did you hear him? He answers if we ask him if he needs to go out, he'll bark. Teddy, do you need to go out? Can you go out? Oh, Teddy. You gotta go out. You gotta go out real bad. Do you want Dad to take you out? We'll leave your poor mom alone. I'm gonna get some vitamin D. All right. Well, I'm gonna finish this one and then go ahead and call it a day. Take this stupid dog out. Let him go to the bathroom. He's not stupid. He's a good boy. He's my buddy. He's a good boy. Hang on, dude. I'm coming. My team is not playing this very well for whatever reason. Now they're figuring it out. Honey, I've got him. I was going to get him. I was going to end the stream and take him. But if you've got time. All right. They heard him when I asked him if he needed to go out. He barked and they were hearing him on stream. All right. But yeah, I am going to go and rest. And hopefully feel better tomorrow. Yeah, I'll be back tomorrow for sure. Even if I'm still under the weather, I'll do another short one. But hopefully this is just a short little cold that I'm dealing with. But yeah, it's got me kind of feeling wiped out. But yeah, guys, it's been sorry it was short but sweet. It was one of those days. Everybody, you should have heard my throat this morning before I took some pills. I was sounding like this. It wasn't cool. But I kind of wanted to do the stream with this voice. But naturally, like faking it is making my throat hurt. But when you're, when you have to talk like this. So yeah, we'll be back tomorrow. We'll do something. We'll wrap up Conquest. Hopefully do some TW stuff. Who knows? We'll figure it out and then take a peek at GAC and all that, and hopefully CG will drop some news for us here in the next couple of days. Give us some more stuff to talk about. But yeah, the GAC streams will be firing back up, and we'll get that going, and and everything else that's happening. So thanks for hanging out with my sick ass for an hour and a half. I appreciate you guys. You showing up for me every single time, and it means a lot to me. I'll be back tomorrow. And we'll do some more stuff, hang out some more, and get some more stuff done. We do have, if you're not, we do have Bo-Katan coming back tomorrow. Hap, weren't you the one who was worried about this? Remember, you got 2.5 days. 60 hours from now, General's Command will be out. I'm really looking forward to this. Really looking forward to this on Wednesday with the new team. Really, really excited. I will stream this. I will stream Tier 3 with the Great Mothers. We do have some fun stuff. But yeah, Bo-Katan tomorrow. So hopefully if you don't have her, you're ready for her. If not, get ready for her. She's worth it. 100% worth it. And I'm pretty sure a lot of her requirements are double drop or close to being double drops. They should be going double drop very, very soon. Very, very soon. So if you've been waiting for that, that should be right around the corner, I think. Yeah, it should be happening very, very quickly. Should be very, very fast. Probably with the next update. I can't remember if it was Paz or IG that they put out first. Yeah. So yeah, those should be, any time now, those should be going double drop friendly or double drop enabled, I think. I don't know, but it should be close. But anyways, guys, we'll catch you tomorrow. I'm going to go get some more rest and get ready for my kid to get home. I haven't eaten yet today either, but we've got a chicken soup that we whipped up for dinner last night. We kept warm, so that's going to go be my lunch. And we'll catch you tomorrow, guys. Thanks for being here. Take it easy and follow, subscribe, please, please, please. Makes a huge difference to me. And we'll catch you later, guys. Have a good one.